Hello Pokemon fans, this is ProPokeNoob back today to bring you another battle. Sorry this is a couple of days up after the post where I said that I would put this up by the 17th, but I've been a little busy and, you know, internet shifts and stuff like this. It's been all good. But anyways, I am going to be bringing you a standard Smogon doubles match against a person by the name of Fire and Ice, spelt in a very chic way. I respect the fact that he spelt it that way because, you know, that's the way I'd probably try to spell it if I wanted to be quote-unquote cool. But anyways, I have the same standard-ish rain team that I just turned into a doubles team through, you know, changing up some moves. He's got a whole bunch of stuff, but that doesn't mean anything in doubles matches because, you know, stuff gets crazier in doubles matches. So that main threats on his team, you can see Big Bird over there. Oh my god, Thunder Tornadus Therian. When was the last time you saw him in OU? Only in doubles battles, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is going to destroy my entire team minus Jirachi, so Jirachi's going to have to stay alive just to handle that huge threat. But otherwise, he's got a Ditto. Ditto is actually a little threatening if it takes on something like Tornadus or Gothitelle because it can do some work, especially if it's choiced. It can outspeed the own Pokemon and, you know, cause some problems. So I got to make sure I take that thing down or try and get him to take on a Pokemon that's not as threatening. And of course, Sableye is just a massive troll. It needs to be handled effectively, but I have Tornadus with the taunt. I have my own Sableye, and, you know, just, you know, deal with it in an appropriate way. Now, in the ways of leads, I thought that if he's going to lead with Sableye, I definitely need Tornadus out there because I have nothing else that can really take on Sableye and keep it under control. So I need Tornadus for the taunt, because it has Prankster, and I figured Sableye as well can just, you know, look at his whole team, scout his whole team, go for Substitute, go for Will-O-Wisp, stuff like that. So I'm actually just going to lead off with my Sableye and my Tornadus. He's going to decide to lead off with his Porygon 2 and his Sableye. So the first turn, I'm like, okay, I'm handling your entire team right now. I'm going to fake out the P2, and I'm going to taunt the Sableye. That way, I don't have to worry about any shenanigans from the Sableye. I don't have to worry about P2 going for a Thunderbolt on my Tornadus. And, you know, I have turn 1 under control. So now I'm going to switch out Tornadus, fearing a Thunderbolt from the P2, going to Gothitelle. I'm actually going to make a double-double switch here, a good old Canadian switch, and going to both Gothitelle and Politoed. Unfortunately, he goes into his Ditto and takes on the form of my Gothitelle, so we're stuck here. We're both Perish-trapped. Not Perish-trapped, we're both Shadow-tagged. We're in this for wins. So I wanted to go for Perish Song because I figured P2 and Sableye are just too bulky and too just ridiculous to try and take out through normal attacks, so I just wanted to kill it off Perish Trap. But now, I have no choice. I can't go for Perish Song unless I want to lose these two important Pokemon. Gonna go for the Protect with it to protect myself from a T-Bolt. I'm gonna actually go for the T-Bolt on his Ditto now. I get the Paralysis, which is nice. Now, he switches out. I don't know how. Unless he has Shed. Oh, he had Eject Button. That's what it was. He has the Eject Button on his Ditto. So this whole time, I completely forgot about that and thought it was choice. Interesting. But he goes for the T-Bolt on my, what's it called? On my Politoed does get the Paralysis, so that kind of makes up for the 10% chances of getting Paralysis with T-Bolts. That's interesting. But now I'm going to switch out my Gothitelle. I'm going to save that thing for later, because Tornadus T is a threat. Got to send in Jirachi to take on any hits. I believe I attempt to go for the Protect with the Politoed. Succeed, and his Tornadus T is just going to go for the U-turn. Didn't even think about that. I was just fearing Hurricane, 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 which will essentially take out my entire team. But I don't see any Life Orb, so I'm not sure. But he's going to send his Ditto back in, transform into the Jirachi. Kind of a problem because I do have Thunder, so now he's got two electric attacks to threaten my Politoed. But I'm just going to be going for hacks here with my Jirachi, and I'm hoping he won't get it. But he's actually going to go for the Protect. And at this point, remember, I thought that it was still choice, even though I completely forgot about Eject Button. And I saw it, though, so I knew it was there, but, you know, blank out. But I'm going to go for the Thunder. I figured I just need to take out P2. My Jirachi, I know, is not that threatening to my own team. If he wants to go for Thunder on my Politoed, I don't care. I need P2 dead. It's a little too bulky for me. I go for the double attack on it. Not going to take it out, unfortunately, but because it's paralyzed, you know, handle effectively. I thought he would switch out with Ditto here, because, again, I thought it was choice. But no, hey, I completely forgot about Eject Button. He goes for Thunder, gets a crit para. Sucks. But that's okay, because now what I can do is, I believe, go for the Scald on the P2, take it out, and now we have a whole bunch of things underneath people's names because that's just what this game turned out to be. But now, I believe he's going to send in his Honchkrow? No, his Sableye. He sends in his Sableye. Now, this thing can go for taunts, but I don't care because, you know, he can taunt my Politoed. I'm not going to be using Protect. I'm not going to be using Perish Song, Encore, or anything like that. He can go for that. I'm just going to go for the double attack on the Sableye because I knew he'd go for Protect with Ditto. And I get the double para and more Canadian hacks, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a good day for Canadian teams. But anyways, that's okay. Everything's paralyzed except for Sableye. He's going to taunt my Jirachi. Luckily for me, only have Protect that is affected. I'm going to try and go for, I think, a Water Pulse. Goes for Thunder. As you can see, Ditto is weak. And I'm just going to go for the Water Pulse on the Ditto, try and get more Parafusion hacks, which is going to happen because, you know, Serene Grace is so serene, in a sense. But now I'm going to go for the Skull, get the burn on the Sableye, which is what I was kind of hoping for. And now we have a whole bunch of things underneath people's names. Oh my goodness, man. This is tough to follow, but I mean, hey, it's better than, you know, just seeing like little words on the side. So he's going to go for the Recover. This is what I was afraid of. Like, these things are just going to be too bulky and annoying. So I wanted to go for Perish Song, but, you know, you can switch out now. He's going to go for Thunder my Politoed. That's okay. Because I've taken out the P2, I know that, you know, looking at how much that Scald did in the rain with no special attack investment, Sableye should be able to be taken out. So what I'm going to actually do is send in Breloom, because I want to go... no, what I wanted to do was bait out the burn. I wanted to bait out the burn so I could send in Gothitelle, trap the Sableye and the Ditto, because I figured, you know, Will-O-Wisping the Breloom would make sense. But he's going to go for the Protect with Ditto. I figured he'd do that again, so I'm going to actually attack the Sableye, I believe, with a Water Pulse? Please tell me I'm smart and go for Water Pulse. I do, and I get the Confusion, so that's perfect. I mean, Recover was, I guess, sort of obvious, but again, I wanted to make sure that he stayed in, so now I can trap him. Now no one's leaving. He's going to get not confused, and he's going to go for the Toxic, so I really had nothing to worry about, but I mean, you know what? Any status on Breloom is kind of sucky if you don't, especially if you don't have Poison Heal, which I don't, so I'm going to go for the T-Bolt with my Gothitelle on the Ditto. That Ditto is done, and I'm going to go for the Thunder on the Sableye. And I completely forgot about Burn. I'm like, oh, this thing's not dead, I'm in trouble. Oh, wait, it's got Burn. Right, that's done. So it's a double down for him, which is perfect for me, because now he's got two things that are weak to Electric, and I have two things that attack with Electric. Unfortunately, Tornadus Therian is one of those things, and it's unstatused, which is a threat, as well as Honchkrow. Honchkrow's a giant threat, too. It just hurts. He's got Sucker Punch, didn't even think about that. I don't care, I just want him stuck in here. He's going to take out my Gothitelle. Tornadus T, I believe, just goes for the U-turn to go into his Hariyama, most likely to get the Toxic or Boosted Guts going, just safely, because I can't stats him or anything. I believe I go for the Thunder on the Honchkrow, though, because, you know, it would have been nice, but no, Para, that's fine, whatever. But, I mean, I still have Jirachi with a Thunder, and it's not going to miss, so who's worried? I'm going to go into Sableye now, because what I want to do is handle that Hariyama. Get extra racked up toxic damage by him doing absolutely nothing. Go for the Fake Out on the Hariyama. He's going to go for the Brave Bird, but I still have my Sash intact. He gets a crit. Doesn't matter, because he wouldn't have been able to take that anyways. But, it's going to break down my Sash. Hariyama cannot do anything to take out my Sableye right now, which is what I planned, so I can go for the Thunder effectively on the Honchkrow, take that down. And now, the last two things are his Fat Boy and his Big Bird. Fat Boy and Big Bird. That's all I gotta worry about. And I got a Breloom, I got a Tornadus. I'm in a good position here. So I'm just gonna leave Sableye in. I believe I tried to go for the Will-O-Wisp, but he goes for the Bullet Punch, and you're probably wondering, how is he faster than me with priority? I don't have any speed investment on Sableye. Who puts speed investment on Sableye? I hope nobody. But he obviously has max speed investment because it outspeeds my Sableye with priority. He goes for the Heat Wave, but it is in the rain, so I am going to be able to go for the Thunder. But he has the Walking Berry, but I get the Paralyzed. Nothing's wrong here. We're good. The Big Bird is essentially crippled. It can't do much without speed, so I can set in Tornadus now. I go for the Flying Gem Boosted Acrobatics on the Tornadus, mainly because it can do more work than Hariyama on my team. And I mean, Hariyama's slow at taking toxic damage. It's toast. So that's going to go for Stone Edge on my Tornadus. Sad to see the Tornadus go, but that's okay, because now what I can do is I can send in the Ace. Is his name the Ace? Can I make this epic? I don't even get the confusion on that, which sucks. But now what I'm going to do is just send in Breloom, also known as the Ace. Hey, finally, hey, I got the Ace in the hole. Look at that. That's not too bad for a card analogy. I'm just going to go for the Mach Punch, take it out, and that's going to be my match. That was an excellent game. Fire and Ice. Comment, rate, and subscribe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this battle. I have some battles saved up that I've been getting, and I should be uploading a little bit more. I start my 2-day-a-week school next week, and I have an online course going on right now, but I mean, I should be able to keep going on with this, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Until then, everyone, have an excellent day, and peace.